The new Apple iPhone X might support fast charging, yet its out-of-the-box charging brick remains the same that Apple shipped years ago. Some might say it's enough for the iPhone X's rather small 2716 mAh battery, and it's especially dwarfed when you throw it up against the Huawei Mate 10's 4000 mAh cell with supercharging technology right out of the box. Before the test, both phones were drained to 0% and their charging bricks were connected to the same extension cord. Also, to charge, proprietary wires were used, meaning the out-of-box Lightning and USB-C cable respectively. As soon as both phones were plugged into power, I put up a reference timer to see how long each phone takes to charge. Because the iPhone X reboots on its own, I also did that for the Huawei Mate 10. Both phones were connected to the same Wi-Fi network during the test and had identical applications and data loaded. Firstly, checking in at around the 5-minute mark, the iPhone X is at 4%, while the Huawei Mate 10 has left it far behind already, sitting at 10%. But moving on to around the 15-minute mark, the differences really start to show. The Mate 10 now sits at 28%, while the iPhone X is still only at 9%. That's a really huge gap in a very short span of time. Fast forwarding to the 30-minute mark, the iPhone X now moves to 19%, whereas the Mate 10 is already more than 50% charged, sitting at 54%. Supercharging seems to be leaving the regular 5-volt charging on the iPhone X in the dust. These results aren't surprising at all if you ask me, and at just 45 minutes, the Mate 10 is now 75% charged, whereas the iPhone X is just getting to 27%. This is quite embarrassing for a phone of this caliber and price, if you ask me. So hitting exactly the 1 hour mark, the Mate 10 sits at 87%, while the iPhone X is trailing behind at just 35%. From here onward, battery charging times traditionally get slower, so at around the 1 hour and 20-minute mark, the Mate 10 sits at 95%, whereas the iPhone X is just under halfway charged at 48%. To save us some time, I skipped to where the Mate 10 is fully charged, recording a time of 1 hour and 47 minutes to complete its charging cycle. In comparison, the iPhone X sits just at 65%. Now, I stopped recording footage for the iPhone X charging because it seemed like watching paint dry, and so after an agonizing wait and constantly checking on the phone, at 3 hours and 8 minutes the iPhone X is fully charged, almost 1.5 hours later than the Huawei Mate 10. Considering charging times and battery capacities, here's a quick breakdown of the average charging rate for both of these phones. A worrying 0.24 mAh a second for the iPhone X, whereas a very impressive 0.62 mAh a second for the Huawei Mate 10, making the winner the Huawei Mate 10. I'm surprised why Apple wouldn't ship a higher rated charger with the iPhone X, considering how much of a premium it charges for the phone itself, and it is a shame that to really take advantage of the fast charging feature on the iPhone X, buyers must spend more on accessories. As always though, thank you guys for watching this video, and make sure you check out our other videos if you've missed them. Subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.